welcome to the Heroes of Cosplay Sanctuary podcast. This is your host, Scotty B. Standing tall, staying positive, doing what it takes. My next guest bursts onto the cosplay scene this year with an important message, a unique style, and he continues to inspire and create with his cosplays. He supports the community in many ways, and he made giving back a priority in a very critical time. It is my honor and my privilege to introduce this cosplayer. Power is truly measured in watts. Please welcome Captain Bradley, Captain Watts 81, to the show.
Hey, everybody.
Well, welcome. Thank you so much for being on the show. Season 2, Rebirth, and just a little coincidence about that. The captain, as you may know, was actually part of the Rebirth program with the Super Soldier Serum. So I thought it was pretty cool to have you on, and that you are really just killing it with Captain America cosplay, and you've been doing so since last September. That was the official date. So we'll go over, if you wouldn't, if you'd be so kind to go over your origins and cosplay, and just all the amazing content that you've been creating on Instagram and TikTok. Was this something you were planning to do for a while, or how did it all happen?
I tried a few years ago, but never really had the time. And then I lost that Facebook account or whatever. I used to do a little light cosplay there or whatever. And it's just something that, I always wanted to do. But, now that I have the time, here, I'm ready, and it's going to be continuous.
Nice. Yeah, it's just it's great when you suit up and you've got everything going. I know you put a lot of work into the costume, and you continue to. And just the message that you put on when you put everything on and you're on camera. You talk a lot about the underdogs, and I know you've talked about self-confidence a lot, which is it's just really, it's a strong message to bring, especially in the cosplay world. A lot of people do have issues inside of cosplay with confidence, and you talk about the encouragement and the good fight, and the Captain America and his origin story really has a lot to do with being an underdog.
Right.
So was that the idea, to use that as part of the message?
Yeah, yes, sir. It was. Like I said, when I really got into this community or whatever, a lot of people reached out to me in my DMs and stuff, and asking me hey, how does it feel? Being Captain America, all that good stuff. I'm like, it feels great, man. And then they'll reply back and saying, oh, I want to do this character, but I don't think anybody will like it. That's why I try to tell people, don't worry about what anybody think, man. Just go with your heart. There's somebody out there that's going to appreciate you, that's going to support you no matter what. Just keep trying. And that's why I feel that we need to, in this community, we need to push each other more. You know what I'm saying? Show that support. Follow that person back. Like that person's stuff. Especially if they're doing the same for you. And, that I had a post a while back, and I was kind of targeting some of the big dogs in our community. You know what I'm saying? Share that love, man. Because, hey, people like me, so all the other underdogs or whatever, we're right there with you every step of the way. So, I'm saying, do the same much as possible if you can. So that's all. I'm just trying to spread the positive vibes.
Well, and I am a big fan of cause positivity and just giving that message out. And you're right. I think that sometimes when the accounts get big, that there's a little bit lost in translation. And yeah, we all want to support each other. Whether, and I, as a, maybe not a rule, but certainly when I have people on the show, it's really not about how many people you have on your TikTok or how many people you have. It's what you're doing with what you have in the space that you're in, and how it's how you're communicating with it, and how you love what you're doing. You're a creator, you're creating content, and it's just really cool. And I just want to shine a light on some of that. And yeah, if you're never forget where you started, I guess, is one of my mottos. Is we all start at zero and we go from there. That's really good. You've also said that we rise by lifting others, and I really like that. I appreciate that. You've done many inspiring things in social and just in real life in general. Tell me tell me about encouraging others, how it makes you feel, and have you seen the positive impacts for the time that you've been here? Have you seen the positive impact inside of the cosplay community with that message?
Yeah, yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it a lot. Uh, Me personally, I just like I said, I just like spreading positivity, man. You know what I'm saying? I was raised in a household full of tough love. Don't get me wrong, but it was also, hey, you know what I'm saying? Respect your fellow brother and sister. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm just trying to do, and I'm just trying to keep that example going. You know what I'm saying? So it can, spread on to others. Hey, that's what make this world go around. You know what I'm saying? Us caring for each other, helping each other in all kinds of ways. It ain't gotta be physically. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gotta always be emotionally. You know what I'm saying? It can be spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Vibes. We especially during this time we need that, man. You know, like we're
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? We need that like ASAP.
Yeah, this is one of the craziest times ever. I could go all the way back to the ancient world and just like when have things been so crazy? There's so much turmoil and discord and there's so much division, and it's so important that we do have each other's backs in this time. If somebody reaches out to me on a DM, whatever that is, that's not going to be ignored or met with
Yeah.
something snarky or anything like that. Like it's
Right.
it's just really important, if if you're paying attention to me, like that's huge. Of something that I'm doing, and definitely, the time and the energy and the effort that, especially now, is being put into cosplay and just in that online space. It's not easy to do. It's not easy just to put on the cosplay sometimes, let alone, put yourself in front of a camera and then do all the editing, which you've got so much going on with that. Like, I love the edits. I love the creativity, all the TikToks. I've probably seen all your TikToks by now. I just love them. They're very cool, and you put a lot of action into them too, which is kind of nice. I think I'd like to see, just my own personal opinion. I like it when people do a little bit more of the action, with the
Right.
TikToks or with the videos.
Yeah.
Um,
I got some more stuff coming with the action. Just bear with me. I got you.
that's awesome. But on the other side of that, you've also had some lighter content. You created some story time videos for kids during this whole COVID-19 pandemic when all the
Yeah.
stay-at-home orders were being issued, and you've mentioned on the show that cosplayers are role models. They can be heroes for children, and almost literally we're putting on the cosplays. We're putting on Captain America's suit, or we're putting on we're dressing up like Iron Man,
Right.
and there's a lot that goes into that. What did you enjoy about being able to put out story time content?
Uh, just knowing that there's a kid out there, what I'm saying, who need that little bright spot, like, I mean, we was all kids at one time, you know what I'm saying? And I know for a fact to love when my mom used to read me stories, you know. That was like so cool to me, especially, flip through the book, show me the pictures or whatever. Because like I said, in the time that we're in right now, we need that positive light. And then those books, you could take yourself there. You know what I'm saying? You're away from all this at that moment. You're there. So, providing that, what I'm saying, it just, it feels good, man, because I know what they're feeling, in that point.
Absolutely, and it really is. It's a good feeling when you're able to interact, even if it is from a distance over the phone. If you know that what you're doing can impact, even one person, one child, that they saw you do that and you got dressed up and it lit them up. That's it's a real good feeling inside,
Right.
to know that you connected with somebody like that. It's also really cool just to connect with the cosplay itself. And I just wanted to spend a little bit of time talking about some of the work that you've done on your cosplay, with the shield and the suit. I think there's always a little bit, it's a little bit intimidating when you get started. When you want to weather something the first time, it can be a little scary. So with that, would you like to talk about some of the changes that you've made since you started and just what went into like weathering the shield and doing all that?
Uh, what's I mean, most of my editing probably I'll say would be towards my shield. Uh, I flipped one to that navy blue, dark gray, just to give it that my version of the stealth look or whatever. And then with the suits, I only did one tiny little upgrade with the stealth strike suit, which was just remove Roger's name tag off the suit. But that's about it, man. But my suits were they were custom made, from an outside source, and I appreciate those people. You know what I'm saying? They're very talented, and yeah, that's pretty much it though. But like, uh, I do have more upgrades coming along the way though. You know what I'm saying? More weathering, especially for my end game suit I just received or whatever. And that's gonna be a part of, like I said, what I got coming. I got some special stuff on the way. And I'm gonna weather that bad boy up for that special project. So yeah, that's
Nice.
yep.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I know that the audience is going to be looking forward to seeing that too, just because it's just a lot of fun, and the more detail. Sometimes when you can just add that little pop, and when you can do that not just with the suit but with the editing too, it really comes together just fantastic. And all I have to say is that the edits that you put together are phenomenal. And they just keep like you keep improving, you keep getting better, you keep doing different things as you go. What goes into your editing process, or do you have different people that you work with that help you do some of those different edits?
Uh, I have a few apps on my phone, and I've also reached out to a few artists, and that's another thing too. Uh, there's a lot of talented graphic designers, artists out there or whatever. We need to support those folks, man. They're outstanding. You know what I'm saying? Like this last edit I had, this brother named Skeptree12. I should check him out. He got the bullets bounced off my shield, all that good stuff. Man, I can't do that stuff, man. No doubt. That guy is excellent. Um, yeah, yeah, I just got a few apps, that I play with, cut paste, and I'll go online and grab the image from here and cut myself here, plaster myself there. That's about it. It's a little time consuming sometimes, but it's worth it.
Yeah, and I mean, every time it really turns out great. What you're using, those apps on your phone, I think it's just fantastic. And sometimes less is more, and sometimes it's just cool to add all the effects in. But I think there's a good balance in what you're putting out there, and just we really do hope that there's always more. I think it's a lot to put on people, because it is really tough. And yes, definitely a huge thank you to all of those out there who are doing all the edits and the photography, and on that behind the scenes part, because there's so much. It's just a ton of work, and yeah, like like you said, I'm just learning, and it's just very interesting, but it's super, like, you really need to know where you want to go with it. Critical Care Comics is something I know where it always feels like it goes really fast when I have guests on the show. Um, but you joined with Critical Care Comics December last year, and that is a Nevada-based organization. They distribute comics to hospitalized children, and they visit kids in hospitals and they bring them comics, and they also bring their characterizations, their cosplays with them to bring smiles to those children's faces when they see you dressed up as the superheroes. So could you tell us a little bit about Critical Care Comics and how you came to know that group?
Um, a sister on Instagram by the name of Cat Signal. She had followed me one day or whatever, and then she hit me up in my inbox and told me about the organization. I took a peek. I love what they do. I love what we do, man. You know what I'm saying? We visit children's hospitals. We visit shelters. You know what I'm saying? We just we try to be there for people with them positive vibes, especially in the time of need. You know what I'm saying? And it's it's a real good team to work with too, brother. I mean, I really appreciate and love all of them. And I'm not gonna stop doing it either. Like I'm damn near 40 now. Probably gonna be doing that stuff until I'm 60, man. That's how much I love it. You know what I'm saying? Because we are making a difference out there, not just dressing up. You know what I'm saying? Taking pictures and stuff. We're actually getting involved in the community. You know, we're getting those smiles. We're getting those good vibes going, and that's what it's all about. You know?
Yep, and it's not for the faint of heart. Sometimes it can be very difficult to be in that setting with kids because you know that they're not feeling well,
Right.
and that can have an impact on you. But you got to be strong for that. And I really do my hats off to you for signing up and for keeping that going and for being so strong for these kids, especially now with all the crazy that's going on in the world. Bringing a smile to their face means everything. So I thank you very much. And yes, we will definitely have some links to Critical Care Comics in the video that will be on YouTube and also in the podcast, so that you can check them out for sure. If there are people in the audience and in the community who want to show their support, there are many ways to do that. There's a lot of information on their website, and I'm sure if they wanted to, they could probably send you a DM too, if they wanted to know more.
Yep. Go ahead. Shoot it to me. Show you the way.
All right. As we get to the end of the show, I want to ask you one question. I changed the format a little bit. This season's a little bit different than last season. I used to have the 3 questions, but what is your biggest cosplay inspiration, and what do you feel cosplay impacts within yourself?
Uh, it's a huge motivation factor. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I like getting out there helping. You know what I'm saying? It's a huge tool for me. You know what I'm saying? To get out there. You know what I'm saying? To create those images, those good vibes. You know what I'm saying? To brighten up somebody's day. You know what I'm saying? It helps me with the charity organization. I mean, it's just a huge motivating factor, man. Just cosplay is just more than just dressing up and doing video. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's a lot more. So it's a big part of my life now. It's a big part that's gonna stay here.
And we definitely appreciate it. It's just, yeah, we definitely hope to see more of you and from you in the future with Captain America and anything that you decide that you want to do. And I know I'm actually pretty close to 40 myself, but it's just a number. Cosplays for any age, any shape, anybody, really. If it's something that makes you feel better about giving back, or if you can express your creativity with it, I say go for it.
Yes. Yeah.
So, where can we find you online, and how can we support you, sir?
On Instagram, Captain Watts, Captain_Watts 81. Facebook, Hardy Woods.
All right, and we will have that also in the show notes. Feel free to, and definitely do, give your love to the captain, likes, follows, whatever you can. Amazing cosplayer and just an amazing individual for sure for everything that he's doing inside of the community. And I thank you, sir, for your time. I know it's people say they have a little bit more time now, but I always value every moment that I get to spend. And especially, thank you very much for being on the show.
Welcome,
And
brother.
all right, I hope we could talk more in the future. And that is really, folks, all we have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been Captain Bradley, Captain Watts 81 on Instagram. You are listening to the Heroes of Cosplay Sanctuary podcast. Thanks so much, everybody.